Hey guys, look, I'm at the Morphettville house just doing some professional photography. I'm here with my old mate Bert from Onsite Imaging, and he's diligently taking photos of this house. The importance of professional photography is very, very important. Bert, you got any comments on that, Bert? What type of things do you do when you're taking a photo?
Well, what we try and do is to make sure that the houses look as presentable as possible and as big as possible, because when people look on the internet, this is their first chance to see the house, and if you get a very good first impression, the likelihood of them coming to have a look at the house is greater than if the presentation is ordinary. So once you've got a style and professional photography, that will enhance the people to have a look at the property. So will it sell it? Hopefully. But then you've got the real estate agent who'll do their hard work. And do
that's our job.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, are there any secrets to photography? Because I sometimes, you use different lenses, because sometimes the houses just look absolutely spectacular.
I guess there's two things with the photography. One is that when we take the photos, we take them with the wide-angle lens, so we can get more of the house in. The other thing is the photography is only the first point. The second point is the photoshopping that we do back at the at the office.
Yeah.
Then we'll look at the colours, we'll look at basically all the other things that need to be done. Is the wall straight? Is everything in place? And if something's out of place, then we can Photoshop it out as well. So the on-site is the first step. The second step, and probably as important, is the backup in the office.
Yeah. So you do the floor plans as well?
Yes, the floor plans are very important, because I think it's one way that people can see that the size of the house. They can see where their furniture might be able to fit in. So if they've got all the measurements there, they can say, oh yes, that bedroom's big enough to put my double bed in, or I need a single bed, or whatever. So it's super important to know exactly what the size of the house is.
Yeah, and you've got a big enterprise in the brochure making as well. So what's the importance of a good quality brochure?
Well, the good quality brochures is very important, because in reality what happens is once they leave the house, that's probably one of the things that they can look at. If they're looking at 4 or 5 different houses and they got some shoddy black and white brochures or very poorly done brochures, it doesn't give them a very good impression. If you've got a very good brochure which is laminated and looks 100%, then more likely they'll look at it again.
Yeah. I totally agree. I think when they go home and they've got something a little bit of quality, not just a flimsy piece of paper that's done cheaply, nothing too crazy, but we've done some crazy brochures over the time, haven't we?
We have.
And with some really big houses. All depends on budget, of course, but
of course it does.
Yeah.
And what we try and do is change our brochure setups so that they don't go stale. Every year or so, what we'll do is we'll look at the brochures that we're putting out, then we'll look at how can we improve them, because in reality, everybody wants that little bit different, and that's what we try and do. So if we can get something a little bit different that somebody else isn't doing, like our trifolds, we started that a few years ago. Now, every man his dog's doing it, but we were the first ones to do those.
You've been the pioneer in this industry, yeah.
Exactly. You need to be up front, and so that's what we try and do. But they are very important. It's the final piece of the puzzle, I suppose. It's like baking a cake. You need all the ingredients in the cake, so you need the photos, the plans, the good brochures, then you make a good cake or a good sale.
Yeah, and it's part of the system that we use. So
yes.
If you need any brochures done, any photography, professional photography, these are the guys. Hit me up and I'll put you on to the right people. Thanks, Bert.
No worries.
Yeah, get him back working.
That's it. I'm going to finish the job.
Go, Bert. He's all about lighting. He's all about, that the right angles. It's really great to see him work. Okay, guys, take care. See ya.